on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Detroit Lions. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Check line 54. Line 54. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
First down, Mariota. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 76 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackling? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 95-56. You don't know no better. Check three. Shit. Over.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
He's cracked tonight.
Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 24. Under.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Breeze. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Set. 5'8", 5'8". Right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Still kill. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
On first down, Breeze gets it to Gordon. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Kill. Under crunch. Hey, check 20.
They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Let's make these babies proud. Sammy!
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Easy, opposite. 54. Go. Check back.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Kill.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box, and guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. All right, G. Set. One. Tighten up. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got free.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Breeze. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Ready. 5-9. 537. So don't say nothing. 53.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Returning, it's Benjamin. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The 37-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now Mariota. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And the Chargers first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
First down, Los Angeles.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Blue 18. 54 Mike. All day. 3. 54 Mike. 54. Bravo. 54. Hey,
They'll throw again. Mariota. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Watch the run.
To the air again, Mariota. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Mariota again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it was much more of a duck than a designed back shoulder throw.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
At the 21-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, easy. We own them. Hey, watch that. 11.
On play action. Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Watch safety creep. You kill. Safety's creeping.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Looking deep downfield. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle and into the hands of his tight end, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Mariota now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sneak it, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Marcus Mariota with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Check. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Breeze now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
5-1. Hey, Haywood. Here we go. 37's to Mike. Mike 37. Oh, dang.
Now Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Calais Campbell in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Breeze now. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Here's Matt Wild now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Benjamin. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So following the run by Gordon, here's first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Three.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the Lions' 41-yard line.
Another run by Lindsey.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A gain of 8 yards.
Let's get it.
Yeah, let's go sandwich.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. He's got Curse. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
50 seconds to Mike.
Where are they, team?
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 36. Check three. Quick the edge. Go.
One.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting busting this open, that's a good start for him.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. On the end around, this is Curse. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Jermaine Curse. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
What's the curl? What's the curl? What's the curl? One. Bring the scene 6.
From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here.
I'm coming after you. Three.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On is the Chargers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. On the return is Peterson. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. And it's the Steelers who've moved out in front in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Breeze going to throw. This complete to Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Chargers.
54 Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Joker. 54 is Mike.
3.
Walk 54. I'm curling. Check 99. Hey, watch.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Breeze sets up the screen to Gordon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Lions on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
One.
That's the way. Switch. Check 13. Check 13. H3-2-18. Chopper.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
54 Mike. I'm on. Watch twist.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Watch the twist.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
21.
Throwing now is Breeze. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Kill.
Now Breeze on third down. He's got Buck Allen. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. To throw is Breeze. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 wees combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing here, Mariota. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for our visitors, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.